showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it's playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Hurricanes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The handoff to Johnson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And the throw out to the sideline, took just a few yards. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Trying to keep the drive alive. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Could not make his way to the corner.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that will try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
On the option. Pulls it on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Back open in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Spins away from the defense. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Wants to adjust the pattern. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, Mensah. Caught in the backfield, it's Lofton. There he goes. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the counter. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Wingo. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. It's on target and complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. What a grab with one hand. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. The run inside. It's Davidson. Sweet cut there. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Pringle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, But after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Rushes on him, and down he goes.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Mensah under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He takes it at the 45. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Tigers. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside. It's pressure. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Here's Mensah to throw. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Compton. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And this defense, just a little bit of a letdown right before the half. Been controlling this football game, been dominating this football game, giving up points, got to go into half, get it buckled back down, get that intensity cranked back up.
Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Number 94, set to kick it away.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. That's caught. It's Moore. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Of 16. That's a 1st down for the offense.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with a look at the Pitt Panthers taking on the number 15 team, the Tulane Green Wave. And it's Pitt able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Right back to him on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Here's a little room there. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. From the red zone, it's Johnson. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
Number 81, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Throwing, Mensah. Finds his man. It's Lofton. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Wants to go right back downfield. Got his man. stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Back to pass on second down. Got him downfield. At the 35, he's loose. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Number 94 sets the kickoff.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Davidson. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick handoff. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the right. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the right. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen. Right?
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Mensa. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's Mensa to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Working that left side now. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He'll start this drive firing. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Four wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
At the 21-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Johnson. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Nickelback on the field, looking pass as they try to keep this a one-possession game in the 4th. Using his feet. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move, it's Fletcher. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mensah. Here's a heat. And they got him.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Might be calling a hot route. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.